Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I could not be more excited for you guys to be here today because this is video number 1 out of 3 on how to decorate the perfect Christmas tree. In this video, I'm going to share how you can fluff and add the ribbons to your Christmas tree. In the next episode, I'm going to share with you how you can do ornament clusters and place ornaments in your Christmas tree, large and small. And in the last video, I'm going to share with you how you can add the stems, the picks, and all of the rest of the ornaments that you need to put in your Christmas tree to create a beautiful display this holiday season. The rest of the videos are going to be linked down below, but like I said, in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can fluff and add the ribbons to your Christmas tree, the perfect way to create the most gorgeous Christmas tree you have ever done. So if you are interested, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with a friend. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on because you will not want to miss any of the ideas for this Christmas season. Are you guys ready? Let's get started. Before we get started putting this gorgeous gold Christmas tree together, I want to talk to you about a few things that you should always have at the ready. Number one is going to be our Christmas tree. I'm going to do this Christmas tree on top of this urn right here. The reason why is because if you put your Christmas tree on an urn, think of how high it's going to be. This is a 4.5 foot, so it's going to be about this tall. So you only need this many ornaments, ribbons, and lights. From here on, it's gonna look gorgeous because we're gonna do a trimming on the bottom to kind of match the tree, but you're saving yourself some really important real estate when it comes down to saving on the ornaments and the lights. So that's gonna be step number one. And I'm gonna show you that I have pre-planted this terracotta pot because if you're going to put it in an urn, you have to do some foam right here, and that's where our tree is going to go and it's gonna stand up. And this terracotta pot just absolutely fits in here perfectly. So that's number one. Number two that I want to talk to you about is always having your tools at the ready. And I have my wire cutters because we're going to be wiring some ribbon, my scissors to cut the ribbons, and a whole bunch of wire. You have to have some pre-cut wire. That way you are ready and you're not looking everywhere, and it's going to make our job that much easier. So the number one step is going to be to get our Christmas tree out of this box. So I'm going to grab my trusty wires. And I just want to say, if you are new to the channel, well, welcome. I'm so excited that you are here. So that way we're going to get to do so many things this year. And if you enjoy Christmas, just so you know, there's going to be a playlist down below of my best Christmas videos with the best tips to help you guys decorate your home for Christmas. All right, so the tree comes in different parts. Number one is going to be the top. So I'm going to put this box down so I can show you real quick. So it comes with this pole right here, and this pole usually sits in another form and then it has legs. Well, like I showed you before, I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here in the foam, and you can just hear it go all the way down. I have my cord, I'm gonna put it to the back. Make sure that it's on the back. And sorry if I disappear, but I have my extension cord right here to make sure that all of our lights work. So this is step number one. Now I do like to fluff my tree as I go, and so I'm gonna go ahead and fluff this guy first. That way I make sure that it's all fluffed out. And the way I do that is I like to touch every single branch and poking up the ones that have the lights. You want those lights to show, especially after we add so many ornaments and ribbons to our tree. And right here in the middle, you want to make sure that you separate and kind of weave them together to hide those parts. And you want to do one layer at a time. So I'm going to take my time to fluff this tree. Cue the timeline. All right, so step number one in decorating this gorgeous Christmas tree in a gold theme is going to be to add our ribbons. And for that, I have a selection of gold and then also champagne colors because we're going to be mixing gold and champagne. So I have this one that I got Hobby Lobby that has this beautiful sheer in the middle, and it's just beautiful with the snowflakes. And I have these ones that are from the dollar store, and I have also a roll of mesh that I got from Shinoda Design Center. And as I like to told you before, you guys, I like to keep all of my materials ready right here on this tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the shear first, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little dovetail like this. I'm going to go down and I'm going to do a 2-loop bow. And remember that you always have to flip your ribbon to where your glitter is. So this is obviously my glitter side. I was doing it backwards. We're gonna do a loop like this. Then we're gonna do, actually because this is gonna be on the very top, I'm going to do a 3 loop right here. And then we're going to grab one of our wires. And this is the easiest technique I can tell you guys on how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree. So I'm gonna grab one of these wires and I'm gonna go ahead and wire this together like this. I'm gonna give it a little spin like this, and then I'm going to attach this to the very top just by swirling that wire around into the top of the tree. Then you wanna go ahead and just fluff those loops, and we're gonna leave our ribbon going down for now because I'm gonna grab this other ribbon that I have right here. And as I always tell you, just go ahead and drop it on the floor. I'm gonna dovetail this guy because we wanna make sure that all of our ribbons are dovetailed. Because if I come to your house and your ribbons are not dovetailed, I'm gonna ask you for some scissors. This one right here, I'm gonna do a bigger loop. And I'm gonna do maybe a 2. Yeah, so we always like to work in sets of 2s, 3s, and 1s. All right, so we go ahead and just attach this together, and I'm going to add this one right on top of the other one that I added right here, creating a bigger bow. So that's 2 ribbons. Make sure that we flip the pretty side up. Then I'm gonna open one of these dollar store ones, and I'm gonna do a 1 loop. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it on the floor. I absolutely love this ribbon. I can't believe it's only $1. I really wish that it came in a bigger bolt. But I bought this at the end of the season last year, and it was all I could find. I went to like 7 Dollar Tree stores because I wanted to have a gold tree this year, so I wanted to do it on a budget. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do 1 right here. Then I'm gonna grab one of my wires, and I'm gonna wire this together like this. It's just a single loop, twist it around, and then what we're going to do is I'm gonna grab right here, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it goes all the way down, so it looks like you kind of have a funky bow, but it's actually 3 types of ribbons. Look at that. How perfect is that? Then of course we'll fluff at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start going down by making loops. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 loop right here. Make sure that you give it a lot of give, because once we start putting ornaments and other items, you kind of lose the ribbon, and then you grab one of those bristles and just twist it around, and it creates this loop right here. Then I'm gonna do the same with this gold ribbon right here. Just give it a lot of give, twist some of your branches to it. I'm gonna go to this side, sorry if I cross on this side. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing with this one. I'm gonna give it a lot of give, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it right next to it. Just grabbing these bristles, we're going to go ahead and twist. And so that gives us a really nice loop. Then what you wanna do is you grab your ribbon one more time, and then you give it another loop right here. And as you guys can see, this one right here, I'm done with it, but you'll see a trick in a second. So what we're going to do is we're gonna grab this guy right here, give it another big loop, you twist. And as you guys can see right here, I'm kind of finishing the loops at the same size right here, but this one I have a little bit more ribbon, so I'm gonna go ahead and do yet another one. Just go ahead and go in like this. Then I'm gonna grab this one right here and give it a big loop. Once again, right about the same height you wanna finish, and you wanna go all the way in, as far in as you can on the tree, because that makes it look like your ribbon is actually growing out of your tree into those beautiful waves. Then I'm going to do one more right here, and I'm going to go ahead and meet it with this one. So it kind of curls to that same side. And then here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cross over, and I'm gonna do one more big loop, and then I'm gonna tie it right on the bottom, right here. I'm gonna grab the last bit of ribbon that I have of the gold one, and I'm gonna tie it in the exact same spot. Now what I do need to tell you is you have to go back, grab your scissors, and at the end of every ribbon, make sure you dovetail. And I like to let the ribbons hang down a little bit. I just think it adds a lot of character. So don't cut them too short, just go ahead and give them a little crinkle. And look how beautiful this looks right here. It just looks like one big ribbon. Okay, so then what you wanna do is, right here where we finished this ribbon, you're gonna grab your wire cut. You know what? I like to put my wires right here in my pocket because that way they're always with me and I don't have to be going for them. But what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and dovetail my ribbon. Then I'm going to do a 2 loop. We want it to be a showier part of it. Grab your wire, just twist it around real quick, tie it, and then go all the way in where this ribbon ended. We're gonna go all the way in. We're gonna grab one of the bristles and we're just gonna attach that wire to it. And that way, look, it gives you a bow right here, and it gives you a continuation of this ribbon that we finished earlier on. And look at that. Now, if you feel like your bows are too droopy, all you have to do is pull a little bit and it'll adjust it. And now you grab your scissors, which I always like to keep with me as well. And then you go ahead and dovetail right there. All right, so now let me go over to this side. What I'm going to do with this particular ribbon is I'm gonna dovetail one more time. Oh, my scissors right here. And then I'm gonna do a 2 loop. So 1, 2, I'm gonna grab a wire. I have some cut over here. And I'm gonna attach this together. And I'm gonna start right about here, go all the way in, grab one of your bristles, and just twist it in there and let those loops come out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 loop right here. Pull down a little bit. Isn't this ribbon just beautiful? And I know they carry this at Hobby Lobby every year. I've bought it for the past, I want to say at least 5 years to wrap presents because I love the sparkle and the shimmer on it. I just think it's so beautiful. And then I'm going to finish this guy right here by dovetailing like that. And I have a little bit of ribbon left. What do you do when you have a little bit of ribbon left? Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to do one more bow on the top. Make sure you dovetail your ribbon. And I'm going to do a single loop like this. But you do have to tie it because this wire is what allows you to attach to the top. Okay, so that's what makes it so easy. And I'm gonna go all the way to the top here in the back. And I'm gonna attach, pointing the loop up so it kind of looks like it's part of the funky bow. And then you grab your bristle, you attach it to it, and then you start looping your ribbon. See how I told you I didn't have a lot left, but it'll be just plenty. All right, let me get rid of this bolt real quick. So we're gonna go ahead and do a few more loops of this particular bow. This is super easy. Once you get a hang of this technique, you'll never go back. If you like ribbons on your Christmas tree, I promise you, you'll never go back to just swirling ribbon around your Christmas tree because this gives it a more elegant look. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab one more of these dollar store ribbons. And I always recommend to just drop all your trash on the floor and then go back and sweep after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dovetail right here. And what I like about this ribbon, it has 2 sides, like a mold gold and then a champagne look. And I'm gonna use the champagne to tie in with the other champagne ribbon, okay? So I'm gonna do a 2 loop. I'm gonna grab one of my wires. And as I told you before, it is easy if you just have your wires pre-cut. Now, I do want you to leave me a comment down below and let me know what other themes do you guys want to see this year for Christmas. What is your theme? So that way I know and it gives me ideas on what themes to do next on this series of 12 Trees of Christmas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this down right here. Go all the way. And just swirl, make sure you fluff those pretty bows. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here. It looks like a lot of ribbon right now, but you'll see when we start adding the other elements, it'll just make so much sense. And that ribbon really looks so elegant. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this ribbon right here. Instead of tacking it again, I'm just gonna let it do its thing like this. Look at that. Just fluff the corner. Let me see, do we need another one of those? I feel like we can start one right here. Yeah, I feel like we need, actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab my mesh ribbon. Sorry if I disappear. I'm gonna do a 1 loop because we do wanna have this mesh, once again, it's backwards. We wanna have this mesh showing, and this one is just perfect. Make sure you grab your wire and tie this together. Twist it and go all the way in so it looks like it's growing from your tree. So you see that? And then you just fluff, and look at that. And then what you want to do is make a big loop like this, and twist it together like this, and just go ahead and fluff. This we could do a smaller loop right here to just tie it to the bottom. And look at that, how pretty is that? And I feel like we could need another one of these mesh right here, on this side maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another bow right here. So I'm gonna do a 2 loop, make sure that I have all my glitter showing, so when the light hits it, it just sparkles and glistens. So I'm gonna do 2, I'm gonna do a 3 one, and really large, so that way it really shows and it gives your tree so much texture. All right, so grab your wire, attach these 3, and remember to always work in sets of 3s, 2s, and 1s. It doesn't matter if you are making bows or if you're placing ornaments in your Christmas tree. It just gives it so much texture to your tree. So basically just go all the way in as far as you can, fluff your bow, bring your tail out, and then you start looping this ribbon into your tree. All right, I think we're gonna stop right here with the ribbon. I'm gonna do one more loop right here, go all the way down like that. And like I said, I do like the tails to hang every once in a while because it gives your tree so much texture. And actually at the end, I'm gonna place some other ones. Let me see, I have to step away from it and look at it, and I'll be right back with you, okay? Stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy and learn some tricks on how to fluff and lay the ribbon on your Christmas tree. If you want to see how I add the ornaments and how to create ornament clusters, click on this video right here. And if you want to learn how to do stems, picks, and the rest of the Christmas tree decoration, click right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing. All of my social medias are linked down below, and I really hope you will come back for the next one. Until next time, bye.